let's begin. We have Henry snapped wires. This model is Hitoy Company 2006. Somebody tried to fix it before and did not succeed. So let's begin. It does have good battery terminals. That's good. Once we remove all the screws, we proceed to dismantle the engine. And here is all the parts. See there? Somebody tried to fix it. Okay. First, I need 6 inches long of these wires. And I'm going to split them like that. Alright, let's proceed to remove these old wires. There's 1, 2, and the one from the tender. Let's put the new wires. I am doing a direct test, and as you can see, it is on, but it is not working. Something is loose here. There. Kind of loose, see? It does stop. So we need to remove this screw. Actually, I had to remove all the screws and we need to do some cleaning. So I got the lever, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push a little bit, stress it like that, and then it should be good to go. Alright, that's ready to assemble. As you can see, it is working excellent. Alright, let's put the gearbox, the coupling, the wheels. Actually, this one is toasted. The chassis, and we gotta solder the tender, the wheels, and the chassis. Okay, now let's see if it works. Yep, as you can see, it works. Sounds good. Good, excellent. Now it just needs some touch up. So I am using any brand oil-based marker. Don't go for the brand whatever I'm using. Use whatever you have in hand. Oil-based marker. Look at these buffers. Yeah, any brand should do it because it's oil. All right. So we have Freddie here. Good condition. Now the problem is, there is the problem. Oh, stopped working. So we need to replace this gear axle, the coke right here. First we remove the top. We don't need that. Remove triangle shape screws, the motor. Then here is the problem. You see the big crack right there? Yeah. To remove the wheels, I just pull really hard, remove the coke that no longer needed. And then the riveting tool is very good to remove the wheel. A replacement coke for this model for the driving axle is not available anywhere. I tried for several years. You can try to look for it. Here's the only one I found, and you need to cut it in half with a Dremel. So please do not try this at home, and if you are going to do this, do it under adult supervision. Let's see how it performs. Now we put the wheels, the motor, screws in place. Now we do a test. Good. Strong. Yep, it is not skipping a gear. And we are done with Freddie. Just a little cleaning and good to go. Need a fresh battery. Yeah, this one is 1.2 volts. This one has 1.5 1.4 volts. Yeah, big difference. This one no longer good. Yeah, that's fast. Okay. Okay, Bossy as a big James Heat Toy Company. It does have snapped wires, but the terminals are good. Comes the complete set. And as always, we need to remove the screws. And once we're done with the screws, look at the coupling. Some people say that sometimes they put it upside down or upright. And this one is upside. You know, the arch right here. So anyways, let's dismantle James. Once we are done with that, now we need to remove the old wires and check the motor. Maybe there is something wrong with it. I see a lot of debris inside, and obviously I need to clean the cogs. You should not leave it like that, because a little debris might cause a damage to the cogs later on. So we do cleaning and add some lube. Definitely, look at that. That looks good. Now we check if it works. Yep, works good. Now let's put some new wires. If you're wondering what size is, it's 26 right there. 26, that's the size you need. Now we can proceed and remove these old busted wires with our solder iron tool. Just be very careful. Do not attempt, if you're a little kid, do not attempt this part. So I recommend you to ask your parents to do it for you. Even with experience, sometimes you burn yourself. I mean, it was about 2 years ago, I did a little burn my finger. Anyways, okay, we got the new wires done. Now we put everything back together. I don't like how this coupling looks, so I'm gonna get rid of this covering thing, plastic around, wrapping around this. Anyways, let's run the wires across the coupling on this little arch. Weights and wheels done. Gotta make sure it works before we proceed to the next step. So the next step is soldering the wires to the tender. That's the positive. Now the negative. Done. Wheels and chassis. Now we do a test. Yep, works. But here's a big James. We need a little touch up also. Buffers, buffer beam, and maybe a little lining that needs to be a touch up. This corner right here, a little bit on the bottom, a little bit here and there. This other side too, touch up here, there. This area also needs a touch up. Good. This side was really bad. You can see the reflection right there. Fresh paint. See that corner? Big difference. Look at that. Well, you get the idea. I had to do a touch up everywhere. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Look at the roof. I'm just gonna touch up the edges. I can't touch up the center of the roof, or maybe just a little bit, because there are some scratches here and there, see, everywhere. But definitely needs a touch up here. All the edge and here are looking good. Yeah, looking good. Alright, we are done with Busiest B. James. Next we have Proteus. Proteus is a heat toy company. As you can see, it does need some lining, and let's begin. Also, someone tried to fix it before. As you can see, there is two screws missing. There is a lot of hair built up inside, and we did, what is this? We did a test. Look how slow it runs, and it's because it does have a lot of hair inside. We need to get fixed. We need to get that fixed. You are about to see for the first time what is. Oh, look at that build up. That is too much, way too much. That's the reason it goes very slow. Look how much this. Oh man, it's a lot. Look at the side rods. Oh man, that is too much. Same for the other side rod. Well, that looks much better. Look at that much. Gearbox also needs some cleaning. Oh, oh my, look at that, guys. That's way too much. Oh man. That's better. Need to clean everything. I had to nickel plate this battery terminal. It was corroded a little bit, but it fixed it now. Also, this cog was cracked. Clean and ready to go. I also added some lube and it's ready to go. That is looking perfect. Now let's do some lining with red oil base marker. This is gonna take me a little bit of time. Once it dries, it will turn red. We are done with the red lining. Now we need to focus on this lamp and the funnel. Also oil base markers as always. It's missing one eyebrow. That's good. Alright, let's put this back together. We have the wheels, the motor, side rods. Now this part. Two missing screws. We get them from here. Done. Needs a little touch up here. The roof cab. On the back. Also this side. Alright, here's Proteus, working much better. Excellent. Remember, it was barely moving. Now it runs very good. Proteus. Diesel 10, the evil Diesel 10. We are about to do some fix and repair. As you can see, there is a lot of corrosion. Now we're gonna try to nickel plate. If this battery terminal is strong enough, we can fix it. Otherwise, we're gonna put spring battery terminal. Remove these wheels. Look at that, guys. It's not really bad. This might work actually. At least the motor is quiet and working, so we don't have to worry about that part. I'm gonna dip in this in white vinegar. It is removing the corrosion. We also have to clean this contact with white vinegar. This is how it looks after cleaning with white vinegar, but still I gotta polish and nickel plate. That looks good to me. Alright, now we just gotta put its rivet and we are good to go. Alright, that looks good to me. Very strong. Gotta make sure it works before we proceed to finish the assemble. And I think we are almost done. Okay. Alright, diesel 10 is working back again. That's good, good, good. Excellent. Diesel 10. If you want to touch up the face, use Dolphin Gray for the touch up nose, a little scars here and there. You might use a very fine custom paintbrush. It looks like someone tried to fix it before. I can see there is a different shade here. Yeah, they left a big strokes. Anyways, do the best you can, and I'll show I'm showing you with paintbrush, but I usually do this with airbrush. It's much better. But since there are just a little details, you don't need the airbrush. Well, there is diesel 10 done. Excellent. I have this Rosie. Rosie looks okay. It does have a beat up wheel. I mean, it's just the color that the shade. I mean, the shade is different. There's a little stress, but let me tell you what's going on. As you can hear it at the beginning, we need to replace the gear or cog that is causing the problem. It runs, but if you put some cargo cars in the back, it will not run as it should. It's annoying when you have this kind of problems, right? Okay, let's fix it. First, we remove the top, and then these screws, and this part here too. Now we can remove the motor. And here is the problem. Can you see that big crack right there? Yeah, that's the problem. Once we have the wheels out, we need to pull really hard, remove the cog that is causing the problem. And I need to use my riveting tool to remove the wheels from the rod. Now I can work with this. Since this is a little wide cog, I need to cut half of it. Well, it's not half, but you got the idea. It's just about that size. Once we are done with that part of the project, we just put the wheels back together and add some lube, put it back in the chassis. What is that inside this gearbox? Feather, what's this thing doing inside? I need to make sure it's clean, and with the lube that is done. Now we just put the motor back in. Let's see if it works properly, and it does. Look how strong. Yeah, that's the safety feature to avoid breaking the cog or damaging the motor. Yeah, this was in the way. Alright, we are done with Rosie. Rosie is working fantastic, excellent, very smooth. I will not replace the decals, those are the original ones. They look okay. Excellent. Good fix and repair today. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.